Welcome to Bigtime Sports Talk. We're gonna we'll do the big time game pick for the ACC weekend today, and if you take a look at it, which I'll show you here in a minute, I have a picks marked in red, checked in beside of it. The biggest game of the day is that's being talked about is Duke at Wake Forest. So the Vegas has Wake at a slight edge because they're at home. But you'll see my pick here in a little bit because I'll tell you why I'm picking against Wake Forest. And I am a big Deacon fan. I love Wake Forest. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope they win because I am a Deacon fan because I have make no bones about it. Uh, uh, Duke got them in Durham. So they're saying that Wake will get them in the Joel Coliseum. So let's go right to the picks that I have. So I am picking Notre Dame to beat Syracuse. That comes up at 12 o'clock. Check your local listings. Then the 2 o'clock games, Boston College at North Carolina State. I've been playing in Raleigh. I'm picking NC State. UNC is at Virginia. I'm picking UNC, even though a lot of them has Virginia to beat because they're at home. No, I think North Carolina's going to take care of Virginia. Duke and Wake Forest. Let's get to that a little bit. Duke, that comes on at 2. Georgia Tech at Miami today at 4 o'clock. I'm picking Miami. Virginia Tech at Pittsburgh. That could be a close one here. But I'm picking Virginia Tech. That's a 5:30 game. Now we go to the Duke at Wake Forest. Duke is number 8. This would be Wake's biggest win if they could pull this thing off, which I just don't think that they. I mean, they scored a lot of points in the Pittsburgh game in their route. They played really well. I mean, everybody pitched in points, and you know, I said on X, Twitter, and on Facebook that they scored all of their points against Pittsburgh, and usually when Wake scores a lot of their points, goes up in the 90s. They usually have a down time. They just don't get their baskets. Um, they just don't get the balls in the basket. So that's one of the reasons I'm picking Duke to beat Wake Forest. I mean, like I said, I hope I'm wrong. Really, I do. And but this is the big game, the big pick, and so I mean, you have everybody that is now picking. Most everybody's picking Wake Forest to beat Duke, but I just don't think that is going to happen. It may happen, and like I said, I can be wrong, but I just don't think so. So let's go back over it again. Notre Dame over Syracuse. And we played at 12. North Carolina State over Boston College. Some people are picking Boston College to beat NC State. I just don't think Boston College has the having the players on the floor that State does. They'll have to stop Burns. I don't think they can. Then you got UNC at Virginia. That'll be a close game. But I'm taking UNC over Virginia. Georgia Tech at 4 o'clock later on, taking on Miami and and Florida. 5:30 game. Virginia Tech at Pittsburgh. That'll be another one. Then we go back to the Duke Wake Forest game. Now I think that'll probably be a close game. Some way or somehow, Duke is going to end up winning this game, unless the players come up with something that they can pull out of their sleeves to win this game. I mean, if they can have a game like they had against Pittsburgh, I think they can win this game against Duke. But I just don't see Wake Forest having 2 games in a row playing like they did against Pittsburgh. So they're going to have to find another way to win this game. So this game will go to Duke in my opinion. In my opinion, because I just don't think that it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. And I mean, you can go into the ESPN, look at the odds, the Vegas odds, and go look up. I mean, I'll let you do that. But these are games. These are games that it's either win or go home. I mean, if Wake Forest wants to be in the NCAA tournament, then they're going to have to win games like this. So let's go over to the Wake Forest baseball. Boy, they really did a good job on Dayton yesterday. Their bats was hitting 14 hits, 14 runs, and they need a similar performance again today and tomorrow, and hopefully they'll retain their number one because LSU lost, and some other teams that have lost. So it wouldn't be fair, to knock Wake Forest out of number one. Uh, Out of number one, let's take a look at the D1's baseball standings. I'm not sure. It's not going to be accurate, so I don't know if I should look at it or not. But so we won't look at it because I think most all these teams have lost, and I don't know if they're going to jump anyone from 10-1 or from 6-1. But Wake is doing a really good job right now. They got a lot of games to play. So if you're a Wake Forest fan, hey, and another team to look out for in baseball is the Duke Blue Devils. Yeah, we're talking about the Duke right after Wake. They got some hitters on that team. I can guarantee you that right now. They're going to give Wake Forest all of the money as far as winning the ACC championship. Then you got Virginia. They're really upstart right now, and also the UNC Tar Heels. They think the best teams right now. Wake Forest, Duke, Virginia, and North Carolina. Got the other teams. Clemson lost big time to Kennesaw State. 18 to what? I forgot what the final score was, but they had 18 runs, and they had something like 18-1 or 18-2, something like that. But anyway, then go back and look at it. And you need to go to D1 scores. Well, let's go look at it now. Well, pulling it up here. See what we can get here. You have to go through a lot just to get to the thing. Okay. So we'll go to the ACC. That was from yesterday. Come on. So we're going to Friday. We're going to look at the ACC. Looks like we got some things popping up on here that shouldn't be popping up. So give me just a few minutes here. Oh, come on, man. So I'm going to share it. So I'm going to share this tab. Here we go. So yesterday it was Pittsburgh who beat Washington 3-2. So let's go to Dayton. See, here's Wake Forest right here. They beat Dayton 14-2. Virginia Tech also won over Rhode Island 18-3. Georgia Tech also beat Cornell 9-6. Duke barely got by Northwestern 2-0. Florida State over Western Carolina 8-2. Here's where Clemson got beat by Kansas State 18-1. I thought it was about 18-1, 18-2, something like that. North Carolina barely got by East Carolina 2-1, but evidently their bats wasn't hitting on all four cylinders. But East Carolina's a good baseball team. Notre Dame clobbered Florida International 13-4. UT Arlington defeated Boston College 11-6. Miami beat Long Island 9-3. Louisville defeated St. Bonaventure 21-3. Well, they lost earlier to to uh, to them in in one of the games that they played of two. St. Bonaventure beat Louisville 4-3. So it'll be an interesting year in the ACC. The ACC right now is looking uh, pretty even as far as the 1, 2, 3, 4 teams, but then you got these other teams. It's a long way to go in the baseball. But we're coming to a conclusion here shortly for the regular season of ACC basketball. So ACC basketball is coming to a close, but we got some interesting things that will happen during the tournament as well. A few more weeks to go in the basketball with some games that are critical. So that's why I said it's really critical for a team like Wake Forest who hasn't won any Q1 uh, games because they haven't won a whole lot on the road, and but they won all the games at the Joel. So they need some road wins too. That'll help them out. I mean, it would be nice if Wake could get a Q1 or even a Q2 road win. That would help them out a lot. So we're uh, So we're coming to an end right now of that. So so we're 15 minutes into this uh, live broadcast, which has also been recorded too. But you can see this on YouTube. This is on YouTube right now. So I'll try to get it up to the other, like Facebook and Twitter, so you can, if you haven't seen this. But I'm David Lawson, and this is Big Time Sports Talk. We done a little bit of a talking here about the teams, and uh, you can go to the standings in the ACC.com and look at their standings and see where they're at. You got North Carolina, uh, Duke, Virginia, Wake Forest. They're in the top four. Then the other teams got Clemson, following right behind them, and some other of these teams that are trying to vie for this a tournament to get into the NCAA tournament. So we'll see what happens. We got a lot that's going to go on, and a lot can happen. So whichever team you're rooting for, whether it's Duke, North Carolina, or whether it's Virginia, or whether it's the Wolf Pack of NC State, Miami, Pittsburgh, Clemson fans, you might have a chance. Georgia Tech, you might have a chance. But whatever team except the ones down at the bottom, like Louisville, Notre Dame, they ain't going nowhere. But if you join me, I appreciate it. You'll have a great weekend and a blessed weekend. And Deacon fans, I hope I'm wrong about that. But I know the Deacon fans say, well, I hope you're right. We'll see. You have a great weekend. Bye bye.